So, what are my thoughts on Bash in Berlin? So, the WWE has been on a roll when it comes to these PLE international shows. They keep on delivering. And the reason why they keep on delivering is because of the match count. Okay? 5 to 6 matches is good enough for these PLEs. And it seems that Triple H has perfected this new format for PLEs, as opposed to, Vince McMahon doing 8 to 10 matches on a pay-per-view, right? And then you risk getting the crowd disengaged with one of the matches, and it doesn't stay hot throughout the entire show. See, that's the problem with AEW right now. Tony Khan feels like he has to have at least, not the least, but like 12 to 13 matches in one pay-per-view, when half of those matches is a Dynamite match, right? But I'm digressing here. Let's get to the actual review. I thought from top to bottom this was a solid show, right? Nothing felt rushed. Nothing felt sluggish. This show had a pretty good flow to it, right? Now, I did miss Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes. I heard that was a great match, right? Kevin Owens not turn heel. I mean, why would he turn heel on Cody when you have the possibility of Randy Orton turning heel on Cody Rhodes? That would just lessen the impact of Orton's heel turn on Cody, right? So I got to go back and watch that match to see for myself. I'm not surprised that Cody won. Of course, he's not dropping that belt anytime soon, but I know there's a lot of fans, they want Cody to drop the belt. He's boring. He's fallen flat as champion, yada, yada, yada. Well, in that case, name me someone else that is worthy enough of holding that WWE championship. You can't say Roman Reigns, because it's like we've been there, done that already. Cody's carrying the company. Cody is the face, to what John Cena was and to what Roman Reigns was. This is Cody's time, whether you like it or not. And some people don't like it now. And honestly, it is what it is, right? But I'm just going to let you know what my match of the night was. And it was CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. Easily my match of the night. And look, all 5 of these matches delivered. Even the women's tag team match delivered. But it was just something about Drew and Punk that just got me engaged in the entire show. First of all, I thought I wasn't going to enjoy strap matches, but damn, Punk and Drew, they got me liking strap matches now. Before, I did not even care for strap matches. I thought strap matches were going to be the least enjoyable gimmick match, but no. The way they wrestled this match, the way they put this match together was perfect. Storytelling 101. A lot of urgency was building up toward the end. I love the spot where Drew had no idea that Punk was hitting on the turnbuckle for the green light while he was pressing his hand for the red light on each corner, not knowing that as he's going around, Punk is also touching the turnbuckle pad for the green light to go on. I thought that was a very smart and wise spot. Like, that was very clever how that was done. The bracelet in the match was a crucial piece, right? Because it's a sentimental thing for CM Punk. A lot of people can say, well, it's just a bracelet. Who cares, right? That's not the point. It's a sentimental, emotional piece of CM Punk's life. It's the principle of, my wife, my dog. Those are the two most important people in my life. Well, my wife and an animal, but those two things in my life are important to me. Like, you got something in your life that you cherish. It may be a picture, it may be a piece of jewelry. Like, it's not the materialistic, it's not the materialism, it's not the item, it's the principle. It's the emotion behind it that is why you're so attached to it. And I like stories like that when they're told in wrestling. And I thought this was Punk's best match since coming back. And I know that's pretty early to say that, but nah, man, like, this is Punk's best match. I would say even coming back to wrestling, like, straight up. Like, I thought this match was better than his match with MJF in AEW, all his other matches in AEW. I mean, Punk, if you look back at his AEW run, he didn't really have the best matches in AEW. So overall, this match was well done, put together, very nice. I got no complaints. I do see this being stretched out to Bad Blood, which could culminate in a Hell in a Cell match, which is likely to happen. Yeah, like I said, I don't care what nobody says, this was Punk's best match since coming back. Everything just connected well. Everything clicked in this match. I thought the mixed tag team match was pretty good, very energetic. Dom, did his thing in this match, playing the chicken shit cowardly heel as he is. Liv Morgan just has as much heat as Dom has. Rhea and Damian Priest, they're killers in the ring. Like, they were on their A game. I thought Damian Priest looked pretty good as a big man babyface. Man, he's very lethal in that ring, I gotta say. I think I didn't think his transition to a babyface would go well, but nah, it's going pretty good. So for the most part, this match was good. The women's tag team match was probably the weakest on this card, but still, it was a solid match. The story they were trying to tell with this match is that Alba Fire and Isla Dawn are the more experienced, established tag team than Bianca and Jade, right? Bianca and Jade, they've only been teaming for about a couple of months, so they got less experience. Yet, as you can tell, they're the more superior athletes than Alba and Isla Dawn. You know what I mean? So this was a solid match. The women's tag team belts, they change hands. For some reason, I was almost expecting Jade Cargill to turn on Bianca Belair. I don't know if any of you guys thought that, but there was a part of me that thought, okay, this could definitely be the time where they pull the trigger and have Jade turn on Bianca. But no, it didn't happen, right? So now we get to Gunther, Randy Orton. Okay, so I actually fell asleep during the match, right? Not because it was boring, because I was just tired, right? I had to go to work later later that night, so I had to get some sleep. This was treated like a real main event title match. Randy Orton was feeling himself with the crowd singing his theme song. And, Gunther looks like a legit world champion. I got to say that about him. He looked like he belonged in the same ring as Randy Orton. And that's very important. If you're going to be a world champion in the main event, you got to look like you belong in there with a bona fide top guy main eventer in Randy Orton. Because if you don't look like you belong in there with someone like Randy Orton, then you're pretty much screwed. And if you can't have a good match with Randy Orton, then you basically suck. Let's just put it like that. Now, I heard the match was longer than anticipated. Randy Orton came up short, and this was Gunther's home country, so of course they got to give the win to Gunther. They got to establish him as the world champion and give him more wins under his belt, right? So, Gunther's matches are usually very good, and they can be boring at times, but as well as being entertaining and intense and aggressive, right? That's what you got to expect with Gunther. They're going to be just an old school type of match.